this too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. Of course, unless Gandalf's there, then all bets are off. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about the best 3v3 defensive teams in all the land. It's 3v3, and we're excited to talk about it. Some of you aren't, but be sure to check out my 3v3 best offensive teams video, and we talk about the philosophy behind some of it, because this season is going to be a very strange one. And so you can find the link to that one in the video description, or you can wait to the end of the video and you can just click on the link provided at the end, and that's the best version. Trust me on that. The other best option is to sign up for my Patreon, which is found in the link in the video description, guys. My patrons are amazing, and I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It means the world to me. It really, really does. Thank you guys so much for everything. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, why haven't you joined my Patreon? You should do that, and then you don't have to support it for free. But if you haven't, if you've decided not to do the Patreon thing, I'm such a shill for myself, if there is such a thing. Please like, subscribe, comment. Help me mount the algorithm. That also does mean, it means less of the world, a fraction of the world to me, but it still does mean a lot, guys. Let's jump in before I, so that I can make more of a fool of myself. Whoa, madness. We're this is crazy. Okay, so as a matter of discussion, in the 3v3 offense teams video, we talked about this a little, and we've got to talk about it here as well, because a lot of people only watch this one. Focus datacrons are going to be a huge source of the discussion on defense, as usual. So Scion of Django and Fennec, where it's not been determined exactly what they're going to be able to beat, but it seems like they're going to do a whole lot of damage, so that's to be determined. However, the Afra cron, it gives us an interesting opportunity for discovery, I suppose we might say. On defense, it's going to be fairly frustrating, because if you have a level 15, it makes it so that you can't target Afra until they kill all the droids, and that includes the summon. So she's gonna be fairly annoying on defense. However, on offense, she's gonna delete Jabba. But if your opponent is keeping Jabba because you have the datacron, and they don't want Jabba to get deleted instantly by Afra, which I think she will just destroy them. If that's the case, then you could put Afra on defense and not have to face Jabba with her. So it's kind of a win-win. And that's kind of where this whole thing starts. So adding Jabba to defense, I don't know. Sometimes like that's why I wrote it. Let's gamble, maybe, because maybe we should gamble. Maybe your opponent will also watch this video and put Afra on defense, and and then you don't have to worry about your Jabba getting beat by Afra. Instead, Jabba will get beat by Night Sisters 66% of the time, or something, depending on if your opponent knows that counter. So, we're gonna have a lot of teams on offense, folks, and no one knows how to use Jabba on offense anyways, so maybe it's just more comfortable to put him on defense again. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. Now, here's the other big decision you have to make, and in my opinion, it's not much of a decision, though other opinions may vary. So Ahsoka is a very strong team on defense if you have Ezra on the team. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that she beats everything. Of course, she's still going to lose to Leia. She's probably still going to lose to, say, the Eternal Emperor plus Bane. But she's not going to get beat by Bo-Katan, which Bo-Katan is her big nemesis right now. If Ezra's not there to protect her, Bo-Katan comes in and bullies her, just like in the show. In fact, in any of the shows, Bo-Katan does bully Ahsoka quite a bit. Ezra's there to protect her, though, not in the shows, but in this game. So that's weird. But Ezra does stop Bo-Katan. And so otherwise, if you put Ezra with Rey becomes the best defensive team in the game until, of course, Lord Vader gets his clone buddies, which may be as early as the first week if people are spending money on the clones, which, you know, more power to them if they do. But the idea is, if you're going to put Ezra on the Rey team, Ahsoka is fairly worthless on defense because Bo-Katan just ruins her, and Bo-Katan isn't going to be able to kill Lord Vader now anyways. So Bo-Katan's going to be looking for a new galactic legend to take out, and even though she'll take down Jedi Master Kenobi squad pretty easily as well. She would rather take out an Ahsoka team. So if you want to keep Ahsoka for offense, she doesn't really have a team that she just destroys on offense without Ezra, in my opinion, at least that I know of so far. But, I mean, sure, there's teams, just not like a compelling, ooh, I really want to counter that team. Really, you know, like that's going to be awesome kind of thing. Without Ezra. So I think you put her on defense with Ezra. This becomes your best defensive team. It gets beat by either Leia or Sith Eternal Emperor plus Bane. And then Rey, people are going to gamble and use their Star Killer with Seer Maliko's team and probably win, but that's still only an 80-something% counter if you put Cal on the team. And so you also have the opportunity to, I mean, you can either get a thick cron on the light side on this team, or you can do the when one of your party members dies, then everyone else gets buffed thing, which Rey kind of likes to have that as well. So, anyways, that's how I think we should be doing it. Ezra with Ahsoka, and then Rey with Baby Cal. Your mileage may vary, though. Now, Lord Vader with the 2 new clones, I think it just seems really strong, guys. If you have the new clone and you have the Apo, like if you have everyone at Relics, you can put a datacron on, it just seems like you just put this on defense. And I mean, typically I don't even talk about the new characters as much, but I feel like a lot of people got Apo up and running because he was way cheaper than typically costs to get a 7-star character. And my guess is that a lot of people are then going to feel slightly obligated to spend a similar amount to get CX2 up to Relics. I know that I will be doing it potentially if there's a good deal for him. So we'll see. But if you do have that team, it's going to be good on defense, it seems like. And there's not really a known counter yet. I'm sure there will be, but I don't really know what it is. Kenobi doesn't have a good datacron, and he doesn't have a team that he's specifically trying to hunt right now. So putting him on defense is probably not the worst thing because, I mean, maybe he'll die to Bo-Katan, or maybe your opponent has already used Bo-Katan on an Ahsoka team up top, and they don't have anything to beat Kenobi with, cheaply at least. He's still not like an easy squad to beat. He's just less elite than he used to be. Man, he used to be the best. He used to be by far the best team on defense. Now, not so much. Supreme Leader Kylo on defense in the back is really nice if you can find some way to bait your opponent out of using Bane. If you can make your opponent use Bane to kill your Fulcrum team, or your Ahsoka team, for instance, then in the back, Supreme Leader Kylo doesn't have a whole lot of teams that are going to hunt him. Of course, he is going. I'm curious to see if he's going to be the way we beat Lord Vader. I just don't know. Like Lord Vader with the new clones, I mean. Probably not. He does look very strong, however. On offense, like he's countering most things on offense. Of course, he counters most things on defense too. Like there's not a ton of stuff that beats him, so putting him on defense in the back zone, especially if Bane beats him, and otherwise, not a whole lot does. So, I mean, keep him for offense if you will. I liked putting him on defense last season. He got a lot of holds for me. A lot of people didn't even clear me last 3v3 because he was on defense, so I had a good experience with him. I'm not messing around with smugglers on offense this season, I don't think. That may end up changing. I think Nest, at least on my alt account, may end up being on offense, but just because she's fun to use. But this Bando with Hondo and Sana is, I mean, it's not the very best team on defense. There are a lot of things that beat it, but a lot of people don't know exactly what is going on with this team, and it might take some people by surprise. So that's one option. Balon on defense, as per usual, not like the very best option ever. There's a few things that beat it, but not like decisively. There are a few things that beat it, but if you're putting consistently strong teams on defense, Balon can add to an already fairly frustrating experience for your opponent on offense. Like if they slip up even one time, Balon can make them pay for it, kind of like. And then of course you'll just get a string of demoralizing losses because your opponent doesn't. They just somehow win every single fight that they have. It's, you know, they get lucky or whatever, and it'll feel like he's not good on defense. But and maybe they're right, maybe that's right, maybe he's not good on defense. Revan with Zalbar and Mission, I'm putting him on defense for now because I just don't know, do gun guns beat this team or not with the focus datacron? The focus datacron lets Mission revive instantly. Before, the Omicron on Zalbar made it so the Mission died instantly, and so this team was easy to cheese if you needed to. If you were out of good teams on offense, you didn't have guns, whatever, then you could just go in with a weak team, Mission dies, and then the next time, and then when you attack next time, Mission's gone, and it takes the Omicron, at least the 3v3 portion of it, out of consideration, and therefore it's easy to take out, or relatively easy to take out. However, the new Focus Datacron instantly revives Mission after she dies the first time, and so I'm curious to see how this team does. On defense, last season, in threes, guns beat this team every time. But with Mission there, that may change a little bit. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. So I'm going to start them on defense. If they can't beat guns... do they beat Gun Snow? No, it's supposed to be guns now, by the way. If they can't, if this holds off guns at a decent percentage, then it's probably going to stay on defense. If not, then we'll pull them, because if frogs can beat you, then why are you on defense? At least for that team, because this team will take out a lot of teams on offense as well, and you'll save banners now the mission's not dying. Let's see, General Skywalker, you can put him on defense if you want. I think light side still is thick. Crons, I mean, your opponent might use Sith Eternal on him, or maybe not. Maybe they'll use Sith Eternal with Bane to kill your Ahsoka team. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen with it. I mean, it's a filler team, obviously, but there's a lot of that going on right now. Defensive teams just aren't what they have been in the past. This season is going to be a little more efficiency oriented, unless you just pack your defenses with good stuff. So like I alluded to earlier, folks, Afra with her droid buddies, I'm probably going to apply one, if not both, of the Omicrons now that they're discounted, just to make this team a little more obnoxious. But Afra with the Focus Datacron. If you don't have the Focus Datacron to make them good, then I guess don't do it, especially the one, I think it's level 15, so you have to spend enough to get it all the way to 15, then Afra can't be targeted, and therefore, like a Han Chewie team with Dash is just not going to work against Afra. If you can't target her initially, then you're kind of just screwed. Let's see, so Grievous on defense, I don't think the new Grievous Cron is going to be quite as good as the droid Cron, and this is the best version of the team. If so people commonly used Wampa to counter Grievous last season, even with that new datacron, the 40% max health. It freezes your it gives you damage immunity after you hit 40% max health on guys, and this is the comp that got the most holds against common teams. Like, obviously it's still going to lose to Galactic Legends and stuff, but this team actually had a really high win rate against Wampa. I think Wampa was only like in the 30s against it last season in Kyber 1, so it may be worth putting on defense. A lot of these teams are going to be like, yeah, kind of good, we'll see. Let's see, Queen Amidala and company, you can keep them for offense if you really want, though a lot of people were using them to kill like Jabba and last season, and we're just not going to see Jabba on defense as much because Afra does hunt him so well. And I mean, putting them on defense, they still don't have a great counter. You can use Night Sisters against them, but I'm also putting Night Sisters on defense quite a bit now too, so I mean, then people can use Traya. There are counters to this team, of course, but it's not devoid of value on defense. So I'm going to keep doing that. So the Saw team, it's still up in the air. Is Bodhi Rook going to be the best third? And we use the Bodhi Cron, or are we going to use the Saw Gerrera Cron? There is a really, I mean, when he starts and he does his debuffs, he's going to do an immense amount of damage if you have the right level 6 for Saw. So I'm pretty interested to see which one we want to do. If you have Lotion on the team, you're going to have the summon there as well. So when the summon dies, Saw immediately gets a turn and puts debuffs on everyone and does a huge amount of damage. Or maybe we want to use Bodhi Rook's level 9 instead, in which case we kick Kyle Katarn out and just have Bodhi Rook there. We'll see, guys. That's a TBD as well, though I think I'll start by using the Saw team with Kyle Katarn. Let's see, so Trench with Dooku and Watt. Does this team with the Dooku Cron, does it actually stop Wampa? That's the biggest question. We don't want Wampa to beat it, so if Wampa's going to beat it, even with the cool Dooku Cron, then I suppose we'll keep it for offense, or we'll try to look for a different comp. I mean, Wampa just destroys Dooku a lot of times. Like, Dooku just gets annihilated by Wampa, so I don't have super high hopes for this team, but I mean, you never know. Sometimes you do. Qui-Gon and his buddies, people say that this team never wins in 3v3. It actually got me a few holds last season on both of my accounts. So I guess all of our mileage can vary. Who knows what the cool Bad Batch team is going to be. I mean, probably at some point, once I get Batcher farmed up. Like, Hunter is about to pass Batcher in my farming just because he's on Cantina farm, of course, but I'll probably end up putting this team on defense at some point. Stay tuned on that one. Come watch me on Twitch or on YouTube. Actually, we've been doing YouTube live as well, at least for now. So come watch me live, and this is one team we'll be tinkering with this season at least a little bit. Probably not with Wrecker and Crosshair unless they're easy to farm. But the three that are farmable now will be available. Like, I'll be able to use them to some degree. So come watch on that front. Let's see, the Dash team with Nest, it steals banners basically. Put the Smuggler Cron on, gives them a ton of evasion, and sometimes people panic. Sometimes people use and they use a team that beats this squad pretty consistently. But remember, the Nest is just going to be building up a ton of offense anyways, and she'll steal a lot of banners potentially. I like the Grey Mother's team on defense because it takes teams out. Like, people are going to use Bo-Katan on this squad, and sure, Bo-Katan beats it, but are we going to is Bo-Katan going to be used to kill Galactic Legends, or just this Great Mother's team? And otherwise, I mean, this team might come off of defense if people are suddenly keeping their Zalbar team on offense. Their Darth Revan Zal, because Darth Revan Zalbar beats the Great Mothers pretty easily. But if they're putting the Zalbar team on defense because it's so strong, then the Great Mothers are more safe, right? So this squad is another question mark. Let's see, the Tuskens, guys, don't fall for it and put Scion of Jango here instead of the Tusken Raider. Though actually do, and let me know if it works. If you have the Focus Datacron, use Scion of Jango here with apply the Omicron on Tusken Chieftain, and just let me know how that Works. Seems pretty crazy to me. I'm interested though. Let's see, Finn Zora. You can put him on defense. Just make your resistance hero Finn really fast, and this team can be fairly obnoxious. Of course, your opponent can just use Darth or Jedi Revan to counter it sometimes with Mace, and that's frustrating. But what can you do? I want to try this Kira team with Han and Chewie. Is it going to do any good? Probably not. Probably just gets destroyed. But we'll see. Probably don't do the Phoenix focus datacron at all this season, but if you do, probably don't even try this comp. But I mean, do what you want, man, and let me know how it goes, because I'm interested. And then I guess if you're doing the Ahsoka team that I told you guys to do up above, then you can use General Syndulla as the lead for a second Spectre team. Is it going to be good? It might be okay. Probably not that good though. We'll see. Fulcrum, I mean, at Relic 9, she's at least hitting hard. So anyways, what teams do you think should be on defense, folks? I would love to hear what your thoughts are. I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zereth prevails. Take care, folks.